Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I am going to be showing you some easy storage solutions for all of your prepper pantry needs. I get this question a lot on my channel. I get some comments saying that you have a small space and it's not a lot to work with. You don't want these bulky shelves in view of your home. So I get that. I've been there, and I'm going to take you around my home and show you some spaces that can be utilized. There are some spaces that I keep pretty private on my channel, so I won't be showing those, but I will be showing you some easy ways that you can do this in your home. If you are new here, I'd love it if you hit that subscribe button. We make videos 4 to 5 times a week all about life here in Northern Colorado. We love to budget, we love to prep, and we love to cook. So if you're into that kind of thing, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure your bell notification is turned on so you know every time we upload a video. And if you haven't, give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps out the channel. So the idea here today is to take you through my home, show you some of these spaces, and show you how you can utilize this. Now, of course, this will be unique to me because this is my home, but a lot of these items I have found under $30 at local stores that you can go and purchase, or maybe you have something similar to this structure in your home that you can utilize. So I really pride myself in thinking outside of the box when it comes to spaces in my home. A lot of items that I use are marketed to be something else, for instance, a shoe rack or an end table or something like that. Of course, there are ways that you can store these items that are in view, and if that is okay with you, that's fine. But for my vision of the home, we try and do things pretty minimally, and we love wood accents and Southwest prints and things like that. That's just how our house is. So I like to keep that design element in the back of my mind too. I'm gonna get you flipped around and take you to different spots in my home and show you ways that you could implement these things in your home. My goal here is to keep it on a budget, make sure things are away from pests and things of that nature. I do have 2 children, so a lot of this storage could be messed around with if you have kids. I'm going to show you ways to protect that as well. I'm also announcing last week's giveaway winner at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned. Of course, I could only pick one person, but I did want to offer a free download for everyone that entered the giveaway. So that will be linked in the description box down below. They are just some prepper pantry items that I think everyone should have. All you have to do is click on the link and you can download the list. Again, I wanted everyone to have a gift, but that is not how contests work. So I am going to announce the winner at the end of the video, and I will get your contact information and then we will go from there. First on the list, and a little disclaimer here, a lot of these will be obvious storage solutions. A lot of these will not work for your home, and I get that, but I am trying to go through my home here and show you how I like to store things. So this is kind of my, I guess, food preservation storage. It's just a shelf. I shared it a few videos back. It was $22 from Walmart. Of course, check your thrift stores. I always say that there are items there that you can work with, and they are pretty cheap. Some of the shelves, though, at the thrift stores are going to be $34.95 and on. We have a Goodwill in our close town, so that, I mean, to me is just a little pricey for something used. So definitely check out the closeouts at Walmart and Target. Target app always has percentages off of furnitures, especially now because it is move-in season. So college dorms, back to school items, definitely utilize that. But the open shelf concept, I actually enjoy. You could definitely get something to put over the shelf. I think it is pretty when all of the jars are displayed. I also have some items in there that need to be taken down to our main storage area. I have some candles in there in case of a blackout, but there's a lot that you can do with a shelf. You can put different baskets in there and then put more storage items in, as long as you are keeping it out of the light. So typically long-term storage, I'm not keeping it here because it has so much light that touches it. So that is number 1 on the list, just an open shelf concept. Again, very, very inexpensive, $22 at Walmart. Next up on the list is this little TV stand slash bookshelf. The kids have gotten into this today, but with this item, having it open like this, you don't want, I mean, some of you might not want your jars to be sticking out or your cans, but I think this would be perfect. I got ours at IKEA, but I see them all the time at Target, Walmart, thrift stores. This would hold 2 canned items stacked, and then you could put whatever you want there. You could find a piece of cardboard and cover it if you wanted to keep it concealed, which is another thing that I get questions about. You want to keep your storage hidden, and I understand that completely. So with that, you could put your books in front of it and it would hide it, whether you want to hide it from children or other people. I think this is a great storage idea for cans. Another thing that would fit in here is a 5-pound bag of flour. You could put that in a Ziploc and go from there. So this is an open concept shelf. We have our TV on top of it, as you can see, but I think this is a great idea for smaller spaces. If you don't have an extra room to keep your food in, you know, this is just our living room. So I don't mind keeping food on the shelf there. Again, put it in a Ziploc baggie if you just want to keep it contained, or even Mylar storage could be in here as well. I will say light definitely is exposed in this area of my home, so I would not keep long-term here, but you could keep your cans on there. Next up on the list here, this is just a desk I got from Walmart, and you could keep things in this area, but I'm really focusing on this. I got this at HomeGoods a few years back. I think it was on for $15.99 or something. This was broken on here, and all I did was find some replacements on Amazon and put it back in. But definitely look at some of the discarded items at HomeGoods and TJ Maxx, because a lot of the things you can use can be fixed. So right now we have toys in here, and these are toys that I switch out for the kids, and then I just put a nice fall throw on top of it and kind of tuck it back in there. But this would be perfect for a 5-gallon bucket. So you could put that on the bottom here, and then on top you could put some sort of sheet or something like that, and then put a plant in here, or you could cover it with the blanket. So another space that would look nice. And then circling back to those 5-gallon buckets, that in itself could be some sort of decor item. You could get the 5-gallon bucket, spray paint it, cover it with contact paper that's decorative. You could put it in a cardboard box and then cover that with burlap, and it could act as a planter. So put the 5-gallon bucket down, and then that could create some sort of level up that you could put a plant on top of. And in that 5-gallon bucket could be anything. You could put beans in there. You could put some sort of emergency medical supply, really anything. But I think these are great because they can be decorative and they have a lot of storage. Next up on the list is going to be one of those obvious ones, and that's cube storage. We have a ton of these in our home. Not a ton, maybe 4 or 5, but we always wait for the Target sale. Sometimes they can get down to 50% off, and that brought this guy down to under $20. We of course keep different items in here, but in these baskets could go really anything that you want. So again, another obvious one, but cube storage is great, and it can be decorative. They do have these little boxes that come along with it here, if I could get it out. But I think it's cute to mix and match. We get those at Target as well. Of course, baskets at the thrift store are typically inexpensive. It really depends on what you get, but that could be a nice little look here as well. All right, we are headed downstairs, and I will say I understand that small spaces, you might not have 2 levels. We are just walking into my basement, but I have storage under the stairs, and it truly is helpful. So I'm going to bring you in there and show you some things and some other items I have down here that could be utilized. So the lighting might not be the best, but I will say you have to work with what you have, and I always love a challenge. So if you are trying to create space in your home with some type of object, let me know. It just really depends on your space. Again, give me those ideas, give me those little problems you have in your home. I'd love to help out. You can email me, you can comment down below. I'm pretty good with commenting back to everybody. So it is a little dark in there, but there are more bookshelves for some other storage. I keep canned items in there. I have some of my tinctures, but I did want to circle back to little boxes like these shoe boxes. I keep random things in here, but these are awesome because you can stack them and you can just kind of forget about them. But I have actually put these in a stack of 2, put a sheet over it in our old apartment and called it an end table. So it was part of our living room. We would put cups on it. So that is an option. Definitely keep some weighted items on the bottom. That was when we didn't have kids. So that is up to you. I think there's no shame in just a nice blank sheet to go over top of it. You can get fabric on the cheap at the thrift store, but look into Joann's Fabrics if you have one of those, or Hobby Lobby. Wait for a coupon though, so you can get fabric by the yard. You could even have fun with it and tie-dye that sheet, decorate it on your own if you are a good sewer, but that is an option. You could also find some inexpensive wood at Lowe's in their department where they have on sale lumber, but honestly, like a 4x6 sheet of wood could go on the top of this, and then that could kind of cascade your fabric down and you could create a look there. But that is an easy one. I feel like not a lot of people think of that one, just creating your own structure out of the storage itself. So that is going to go back in here. I'm going to show you a little thing that I got from my parents a while back, and that is this Ottoman. So this actually folds out into a bed, and it has an open cover here, if I could get it off. And this was at Walmart, I believe, but they have them on Amazon as well. Of course, stains on it because of kids, but this does open, and underneath are mattresses for mine, but I've seen recently when you open them that there is a hollow point in there. So that could also be some sort of storage for you. And that kind of relates to those ottomans that you see, those little cube ottomans. Sometimes they can get super pricey, but instead of storing blankets in there or something like that, put the blankets out on your couch and use that for storage. I'm going to try and shout over this machine in here, but I will say I show this part of my pantry often, but a good old Rubbermaid tote is awesome. You could put a sheet over that. It could be your coffee table. You could put them in 4s, and it could be a larger structure that maybe you could set a TV on top of after you put that wood on there. Try and adhere it to the wall if you have kids, but really think outside of the box when it comes to these Rubbermaids. Again, you could cover that with some sort of contact paper, and it could be some sort of fixture in your home. I have lived in apartments. When we first moved to Colorado, we lived in very small apartments, like 600 feet, and the rent was outrageous. So it was our goal to kind of move out of those popular areas of Colorado. We came when it was super popular. We were definitely unaware of the boom when it came to coming to Colorado and how popular it was. Of course, it's a beautiful state, so a lot of people love it, ourselves included, but getting back to it, the rent was so outrageous for about 600 square feet. I believe at one point we were in 520, and that was like a no bedroom open concept. So I've been there with you, and right now I'm not really working with a gigantic space. Of course, I'm grateful for the home that we have, and I love utilizing different areas of the home for storage. So I just wanted to pop on here and say that I empathize with you. I've been there before. So again, if you're really stuck on how to store some of these items, let me know. Another one on the list is going to be these simple under the bed storages. So these are at Target as well. Wait for them to go on 40% off, bringing this down to $8, which is a steal, but you can line cans in there. Bags of rice would be great. Different foods, and we keep this under the kids' crib. It just slides right underneath here, and you could fit 4 of these under one of these cribs here if you have a bed that does not have access underneath it. I have been there too. I lived on a air mattress for most of my adult life. So we just recently got a bed about 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm relatively new to under the bed storage, but we would take these. I would not take these boxes from Target, but maybe something a bit more sturdier, and we put our air mattress on top of that, and that was kind of, I guess, our mattress holder, the extender. And it's possible, as long as you have something pretty heavy in here, and this is a little on the stronger side. Living on that air mattress was a little tricky though, so I suggest, if you have it in the funds, to find something with under the bed storage. Next up is going to be one of these. I got this laundry basket from the Dollar Tree back when it was $1 and not $1.25. I found some burlap at Joann's, very inexpensive at Joann's, and then I found some fabric. So I went ahead and covered it, and it became one of these baskets. A lot of these giant baskets can get super pricey, but we have toys in here. Go ahead and put your food in there. Go ahead and put some extra matches, some water in here would work. Really anything that you want to put in your prepper pantry, and it looks decorative. Of course, there's some pieces where you can see that laundry basket, but these are awesome and so inexpensive to make. Even if you're not sewing it, you can glue it, which I believe is this one right here. I just found some super glue and glued it. I made these when I was pregnant with my son, so they have lasted 4 years. They've been through 3 moves with us, and they work. So I like getting creative. I love doing arts and crafts and things like that. So this is another option for you. So I was debating whether to put this on here because this can get pricey. If you find an old dresser on Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, some sort of thrift store, you can really fit a lot in the dresser, and it can be a decorative piece in your bedroom or home if you're not putting clothes in it. So this could be, in your living room, and you're putting food storage in the actual structure itself. But in here, I've done this in our last house. Instead of putting socks, you could put little apothecary jars, and this could be your medicinal cabinet. You could put some decorative storage on the top and really go from there. So that is an option. I understand that that might be a little bit more expensive, but if you find a dresser on the cheap and you don't really feel like putting your clothes in it, put some food in it. Another one are these baskets right here. They're from Target. Again, wait for them to go on sale. I feel like that's an obvious one, but these baskets can be put on top of your refrigerator. Back in the day when we had cats, I know cats can be super tricky to work with as well because they have their own little masterminds. I would definitely put something heavier in there, so this can't be knocked off the refrigerator. Maybe you have some storage above your shelving in your kitchen. That's an option as well. So I will say for us up there, we only have that portion of storage. So I would probably not put things up there in my home, but if you have something above your shelves, you could, I'll show you here, we don't really have anything up there either. You could put those under the bed storages and it would just look nice and clean up there if you were to put your cans. I would not put my cans near a microwave though, so that's up to you. I don't have a lot of space above the refrigerator, but you could put something above your refrigerator. Again, I've had cats, I get it. They get up there and like to sleep and make something cozy, so put something heavy in there. This one would take some ingenuity on your part, but at the Dollar Tree, they have this subway tile, and if you have something like this in your home, or maybe you've always wanted subway tile, you could put it on 2 pieces of cardboard, and this could become a dummy wall, so you'd have a space here to put extra food. You would limit your counter space, but I think that would be a good option, so it's concealed, and you could make like little sliding doors with it, really anything. And then another one I was thinking about was bread boxes that can be concealed, and it doesn't really look out of place because it's on your countertop here, but if you have limited counter space, that would not work for you. Also jars. I'm always saving jars for different reasons, and I truly don't think that they look too bad. So you could put your pasta in here, your rice, beans, anything, and you can put them on display on your countertop. That's just an option as well. So I'm bringing you into the closet here because I used to have this, and that was a over-the-door shoe storage. So it could go right back here, but that fits a can in it perfectly. And I had one that fit 30, so it could get a little heavy, but that's an option, something to kind of hang right here and put your food in. So all of this space back here could be utilized as well. If you have some extra shelving, go through your clothes, see if you have some clothes that you really don't wear anymore. I like to go through my clothes quite often because I do have a lot of them. I like to donate them and create more space for different items in the home. I went through my bathroom to see if there were any areas, and then I thought to myself, that's really just not a good idea because of the moisture that comes in there. Of course, if you don't have a lot of space, you're going to have to utilize those areas. Again, I would not keep something in there that would perish if it got some moisture on it. So that is going to be it for my storage solutions in my home. Of course, I'm sure I forgot a bunch, so go ahead and leave those in the comments, some areas of your home that you got creative with, or maybe some areas that you've seen in my home that I could get creative with, and we'll go from there. So now I'm going to show you the giveaway winner. I just picked someone randomly on the computer, but I did want to say thank you to everyone who entered and everyone that supports this channel. It is just so incredibly kind of you, and it really helps out our family. So I appreciate each and every one of you. I wish you all could get something, but I am excited to announce this winner. Yay, so congratulations, Brooke. Make sure you email me or direct message me on Instagram to claim your prize. I'm so excited. I plan to do these every 10,000 or every 5,000. I'm not sure yet, but please make sure you check out that link in the description box. Again, not everybody's a winner, but I did want to give back to the community, and this is just a list of Prepper Pantry items that I feel like would benefit every single one of you. So I hope you click on that link and download that little list, and that is going to be it. Alrighty, everyone, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope this inspired you to get organized with your Prepper Pantry. I hope this gave you some ideas to store a lot of these items in small spaces, and I hope it just gave you some great ideas to think outside of the box. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.
I know that you are having a hard